All right. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, wrestling fans of all ages. By the way, let's not forget our sports entertainment fans. Thank you for joining me here today in the No Shave Man Cave. I'm ElliJare, and I'm reading some tweets. So, we are one day closer to WrestleMania. And I got to tell you, my man over at the WWE podcast, I'm gonna holler at you because you, my man, not a Cody fan at all. But I'm digging the way you're booking coming out of WrestleMania because coming out of WrestleMania, we've got two pay-per-views. So we're gonna have the Backlash, which is not being called WrestleMania Backlash this year. Thank you very much, Triple H. Uh, and then we have the event in Saudi Arabia, which is going to put us at 1,000 days exactly for your tribal chief. And I tell you, the booking that my man over in the WWE podcast is doing, although it's grinding my gears, um, I'm not mad at it. Dare I say, I don't want to say jealous that I didn't think of it. We'll just leave it at that. So, man, dude, you're killing it. So, WWE podcast, and it's the unofficial podcast of the WWE, and my man is bringing it. So, Anthony DeMarco has the most recent version of his podcast. It is I wanted to throw my phone, and I have the most current iPhone, so and it's not paid off. So I'm a disabled vet on a fixed income, so holler at me. I did not throw it unless Apple or Pick.com wants to sponsor me to chuck phones for a living. Hey, you know what? This woo, my man, he brought it. He brought the heat and he booked all the way to WrestleMania, from WrestleMania to um, SummerSlam. And I tell you, man, you are uh, you're a prophet. You're a nobleman, if you will, because I tell you, I'm not down with it. I want Cody or nothing. And I don't want to be like a disgruntled fan and oh, you're such a WWE-ite and you're whatever. I am not a WWE-ite and I have been a WWE fan, but I tell you what, man, this AEW product, New Japan has been bringing it. Impact is the most unwatched show with great wrestling, interesting storytelling. Thank you to Tommy Dreamer and all the folks behind the scenes. And I am just over the moon with what we got going on. There's a lot going on behind the scenes with WWE and WWE Europe with some of the other independent stuff that we got going on. I am totally down for it. So some of the tweets that we're getting, thank you to What Culture Wrestling. They're dropping some heat about the imperfectly perfect response from John Cena after being grilled about Vincent Kennedy McMahon. Because who is John Cena after all? He's, you know, he's the professor of thugonomics, but he's also the wrestling sweetheart that we all have wanted uh, throughout our professional wrestling dating career, if you will, unless you're married to it and you've got it committed and you've got a ring and all that. But I personally am. Uh, I guess I'm still in a unknown status. You know what I mean? I'm trying to commit, but here we go. So flipping through some of the quizzles, tweets, looking through my Twitter machine. Hey, we got the Bellas. They just bounced. So holler at me. So you're telling me that you're walking away from a Legends contract to now be called the Garcias? No longer the Bellas, the Garcias. A great name, don't get me wrong, but what are you known as? You're known as the Bellas. They're walking away, and I would venture to say out of principle. And Nikki and Bree have always marched to their own drummer. So God bless them. God bless everything they're doing. They're from the Valley of the Sun, so good on them. That's Arizona for you non-desert dwellers. So kudos to them and everything that they're doing, and I hope it works out well. They're extremely marketable, regardless of their last name, and they're gonna move merch. They're gonna tell awesome stories, and they will always be the Bellas in many many hearts. You know what I mean? So um, kudos to them. So flipping through, we're flipping. Ric Flair is over here popping, and he wants to induct someone into the WWE Hall of Fame. It doesn't matter who, he just wants to induct someone. Ooh, I'm getting ready to wear my Ric Flair button down tomorrow. But hey, Nate, why don't you sit this one out? It's not about you, my man. It's about the superstars and the legends that are moving the needle right now. And not to give Roman too much juice, but I'm gonna ask you to lay out on this one. So right now we know that we are getting the Great Muda, and I am dying to minus the flatline part stopping. I am super excited to see who the Great Muda is going to have induct him into the Hall of Fame. I can't even think of a name that would be suitable for WWE fans to accept as a suitable presenter for the Great Muta into the Hall of Fame. But I am yoked. So congratulations to the Great Muta. Huge fan of his work. The many many. If you talk about the learning tree of folks that have sort of followed his trajectory, super super yoked for him, and congratulations to him and the lineage that he's bringing. I also have heard and seen that
Allegedly.
we will see Stacy Keebler get inducted into the Hall of Fame. And you know what? She absolutely deserves it. She was a one of a kind. What she did with WCW and what she did with the WWE, her skill set, where she was when she got to the WWE, and where she is now, and where she was when she departed. God bless her. So looks like it's uh, and I'm doing air quotes here, official. Thank you, Jamie Kennedy, who posted from Whatculture. Looks like Stacy Keebler is unofficially being booked for the Hall of Fame. So God bless you and everything that you did, and the fantasies that were laid down by her multiple characters when when she was with the WWE. She came out with her suit, if you will, and good on you. Thank you for the memories and the professionalism and everything that she did. I think it was Miss Pembroke was her moniker, a city there in North Carolina. So, but then of course we've got Rey Mysterio, who's going to be inducted, and Conan, ironically, is going to induct him into the Hall of Fame. So, Conan, who has been there, done that, has a couple of T-shirts, and the business that he generated, created, drove, and motivated since 86, 87, maybe 88 is just phenomenal. And professionalism that he had with regards to the business, never mind what he was going through personally. That's none of my business. That's not my jam. But I tell you, Conan and the work that he did, along with Hernandez and Suicide when they were over there with WCW. He held the United States title very, very faithfully, and just did some great work. He actually held that version. Whoop, that version. I've got my hands over my shoulder. He held the same version of the NWA WCW United States title that Booker T held. So, there's that. So Conan inducting Rey Mysterio into the Hall of Fame. So congratulations, though, Rey Mysterio, but also congratulations to Conan because that can't be understated enough. So also some other stuff that we're hearing and reading in Tweetville on the Twitter machine. Bray Wyatt is not leaving WWE. He is legit injured, and let's give the guy some credit for his creativity. And he's freaking human, although he's the Fiend. Uh, things break, bruise, and get strained. So hopefully, we'll see Bray back in a ring, in a soundstage, or when he was doing the cut, like he looked um in the studio when he was doing the behind the scenes thing with his glasses on and the pencil over his ear. I love that because it's like, hey, let me get the pencil. And we say that all the time because, as wrestling fans, we're just like, hey, let me get the pencil, brother. But no, good stuff. Hopefully, Bray, Mr. Wyatt 6, if you're looking for him on the tweet, big Twitter machine, holler at him. Also, River City WrestleCon. Hey yo, the bad guy, probably would be easily 6 or 7 on my Rushmore if there were 6 or 7. Great character, just a super heel. He'll be honored at a couple of the WrestleCons. Can't be honored enough. Great character. Rest in peace, Mr. Hall. Thank you for everything you did. Great tag team partner with my personal favorite wrestler, Kurt Hennig, Mr. Perfect. When they were in the AWA, they held that AWA Tag Team Championship. So that was awesome, and I hope you're in a better place. So love you and miss you. So, but looks like Mr. Mayor is going to be coming out. Kane is going to be joining us in the with the WrestleCon, and specifically here in Jacksonville. So if you're looking to see what kind of wrestling is going to be available, or wrestling memorabilia, wrestling in your area, wrestling, something you can get down with, just hit the old hashtag RCWC Wrestling City WrestleCon, or at RCWC Official, and you'll see all of the folks that are coming here to the River City in Jacksonville. So it is going to be jam packed. So I cannot wait. I'm super excited. We're going to be grabbing our tickets here, not in the not so near future. So we also got some tweets about the match between Jamie Hayter, Tony Storm. Some of the, they're looking forward to some rematches being listed as the most anticipated, and I wouldn't necessarily say most anticipated, but hey, it's there. So, but would be a good match. And, Jamie Hayter is really bringing it. And, I think she's going to be a champion for a little while. So, um, you know, hearts and, feelings and wishes out to, again, to Scott Hall. Today is his 1 year of passing for the bad guy, and just, a great character in professional wrestling, and you will be missed for a long time. So also, as you're flipping through the Twitter machine, go ahead and hit hashtag AEW, hashtag AEW Dynamite. Great conversations about Jade Cargill's mystery opponent in Canada. I'll tell you who I think it is. Kaya Valkyrie. She is going to roll in, and man, if the place blows up like I think it will, she's gonna walk out of there with the second most beautiful title in professional wrestling, that TBS title. I tell you, that is a magical title, and I would love if the WWE would come out with a secondary title, and I would call it Our Lady of Liberty title, which would be the United States title for women. And it doesn't have to be super feminine and pink and white and all this other stuff. It could be. I wouldn't be mad at it, but I tell you what, it would be sitting up on my shelf right next to the New Japan United States title, which far and away I think is the most beautiful title. So some other stuff that's coming out. We're talking about some of the new merch that is being brought out. Great look by the Judgment Day. Rhea Ripley rocked the mess out of the new Judgment Day T-shirt. Her arms, super embarrassing to me because mine aren't as big. Great wings on the back, and I love the look, love the design, the color, everything. The talk, everybody's feeling it. So kudos to WWE, kudos to Judgment Day. They'll be cashing some checks on some top merch sales. And I tell you what, the last thing I'm going to talk about before I send everybody back home is this feud match and collision between father and son. Dominic, although not terrific in the ring, he is one sleazy fiend, um, and bad guy heel for the WWE. And I really hope that Ray puts it to him. And as old JR would say, take him to the woodshed, because that young man needs to be taught a lesson. And I don't care if it's hook or crook, and we see the frog splash, or multiple other luchadors come out. But yeah, so with that, I'm going to send everybody out. Kudos to our current named Hall of Famers. We've got the Great Muda. Thank you for everything that you did for wrestling fans everywhere. Stacy Keebler for her contributions to wrestling, both with the WCW, WWE, WWF, and even, just some of the other projects that she's been involved with. So thank you for what you've done. And of course, Rey Mysterio and everything you've done in professional wrestling from, AAA, CMLL, WWF, WWE, WCW, and Lucha Underground, ECW, the work that you did over there. And I wish you nothing but the best. And, congratulations on your Hall of Fame induction. So until next time, my friends, my fans, my fam, I will see you on the floor.